therefore would like to present our project Diesel Engine Oil Servicing for subject BMMF 2094 Commercial Vehicle Servicing and Maintenance. Okay, these are our group members, which is first is Muhammad HAFIZUDIN bin ZUHAIR, Muhammad AMIRUN ZAYAN bin AZHAR, and lastly me as Muhammad KAMIL bin ANUAR. First, we move to the introduction of the project. Diesel engine, like gasoline engine, require routine maintenance, which include changing the lubricating oil that keeps your vehicle component functioning properly. You can replace the oil in a diesel engine if you can change the oil in a gasoline engine, but there are a few changes to be aware of. The maximum period between oil change is specified in the owner's handbook. However, the more frequently you replace the oil in any vehicle, the longer it will be lived and the healthier it will be. Diesels are even worse since the lubricating oil is contaminated more quickly due to the intense heat and pressure. Okay, next let's see the problem statement. First is the turbocharged engine. Turbocharged engine need the higher temperature distress the base oil and additive. Okay, second is hot running condition. Hot running condition including desert terrain in general can lead to the premature oil oxidation, volatility problem and rapid additive depletion. Okay, third is towing or heavy loads. Towing or heavy loads generally relates to hot running condition, thin oil film, higher sharing of viscosity index improve, and more wear metals in the oil. Wear metal catalytically shorten oil life, causing premature oxidation, sludge, acids and deposit. Okay, lastly is the road dust. Okay, road dust is when you driving in duty condition, which an economic grade oil filter can turn your motor oil into more of a honing compound than a lubricating medium. The dirty oil generates more wear metals, which increase the risk of sludge formation and corrosion from acid. The next is the objective of the project. First, to ensure the use of engine oil that is compatible with the vehicle engine. Second, demonstrate ways to change engine oil using appropriate equipment. Okay, and lastly is to explain the grade of diesel engine oil. Okay, for the scope of the project, the study focus on vehicles that use diesel engines. As such, vehicle use a different type of engine oil than gasoline vehicle. As such, users or vehicle often experience problem when they want to do diesel engine oil change work. The study also only involve repairs and servicing on diesel engines with condition in terms of safety and reasonable diesel engine oil conversion methods. For the significance of the study for this project, based on the project we do, there are various interests for those who use them. For example, consumers will be more careful when they want to do diesel engine oil change work. In addition, consumers will also be safer and not incur significant losses if there is misuse of engine oil.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today I want to explain to my slide for our project is engine oil servicing for diesel. Okay, this my part is a literature review. Okay, what is an oil engine? Okay, the Hosby Aircraft oil engine was the first internal combustion engine to use heavy oil as fuel. Other than that, an oil burner for engine is a type of the steam engine that runs on oil as its fuel, and the engine for diesel contains more additive per value than gasoline engine oil. Next, the function of the engine oil. Okay, the function of the engine oil is to lubricate the piston as they are pushed into the combustion chamber and return to the crankcase, and the engine typically turns at a slower rate than gasoline engine but to produce more pressure. Next is the type engine of the diesel. Okay, the engine oil is defined by two characteristics, viscosity and performance level. The appropriate viscosity to use for any engine is determined by the lowest startup temperature and the higher ambient temperature. Okay, this is a picture for the type of the SAE grade for the engine oil for diesel. Okay, we can look off the top is the for the mineral engine, mineral oil. Okay, the but for the medium is for the semi-synthetic base. Okay, then the lower of the or the bottom is a synthetic base. Means it for the fully synthetic base.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I will continue my slide. Is about methodology. For the introduction, the reliability and service life of a vehicle or other machine depend not only on the operation and use of a given equipment, but also on the characteristic of the oil. The type of oil and its current condition will not only affect the efficiency parameters of the engine and its fuel, but also affect its consumption and emission. The car need maintained from the time to time. Okay, next. Okay, this is a flow chart. We start the literature review, then going to methodology, then a result and discussion, certified from the methodology. If yes, we can continue the prepare experiment. We run the experiment, analysis of the result, conclusion of the project, and certify again. If okay, we end the project. Okay, this is a equipment list of equipment when used the service. Okay, first equipment is a jack. Jack is a mechanical lifting device used to apply the great force of lift heavy load like vehicle. A mechanical jack employs a screw thread to lifting heavy equipment. Okay, then uh, if we use the jack, of course we need to use a stand. Okay, stand are used to without a tool withstand heavy load such as a car and provide space to do repair work on the underside of vehicle. Okay, then we need to use a oil filter and we use a socket set, and lastly the part is oil drain plug. Okay, the oil drain plug uh, pans purpose to catch oil from where it's connect to the engine block. Okay, next, this is our methodology method of experiment. Sorry, and the process we do. Okay, first we need to check the type and amount of oil needed and oil filter. Okay, secondly, we need to prepare your vehicle. Then we check what we need to change. Okay, next, drain the oil. And then after that, we tighten the drain plug. Then change the new oil filter. Add the new oil. And lastly, check the oil level. If okay, your experiment is done. Okay, that's all from me, and my friend will continue about his slide. Thank
Okay,
you.
this part for the result and the discussion. Okay, in our project we can get some things for evaluation for the project. Okay, the first thing is oil leakage on the outside of the engine. Okay, the observation is on the outside of the engine, and the crankshaft is the most common place for the diesel engine built to look for leaks. Okay, second thing is we can see is oil consumption into combustion area. Okay, for the observation is oil leaks into the combustion chamber of the diesel engine is usually a sign of the wear and the tear somewhere in the engine. Okay, third thing is increased oil temperature reasons. Okay, for the observation, it's always best to follow the manufacturer guidelines for the type of the oil used in the engine diesel. Okay, the most large heavy duty in diesel engine is a use SAE 10 W30 oil. Okay, next for the discussion. Okay, some question can be related in this part. Okay, the first question is how often should the engine oil be changed and the diesel oil filter? Okay, the answer is the 100 engine hour between oil change is sufficient for gasoline engine, but diesel engine are much more demanding on their lubrication. Okay, second question is based on the result, how to solve the problems. Okay, the answer is examine the engine for all and one components such as piston rings, and liners. The other check for the clutch or return galleries in the bearing as well, and the bearing will increase oil pressure and cause a leak somewhere else. If the compression and intermediate rings are installed incorrectly, oil leaks can occur. Okay, next for analysis based on the result, we can conclude the main cause of the increased oil consumption can also be the result of using the incorrect viscosity of oil for a specific engine. Then synthetic oil should not be used in a brand new engine because they are too thin. Okay. Lastly, for the conclusion, finally, the use for the diesel engine oil is a critical for diesel engine. Okay, furthermore, the type of the diesel engine oil plays a role and serves a purpose. Then that's when the automatic engine oil servicing and change, the engine oil filter is replaced with a new one. Okay, thank you.